Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Andy Cohen apologizes for painful WWHL episode. Andy Cohen is apologizing to his fans and viewers for a recent painful WWHL episode. He had a snafu a short while back when it came to his eyes, but he made it through. Moreover, he has acknowledged some uncomfortable moments with popular guests. Yet, what was so bad about this particular episode? Keep reading for more details. WWHL has a variety of guests from Bravilevs to celebrities and everyone in between. Andy Cohen has fun with them, having the guests answer questions and playing all kinds of games. Many who pop up are obsessed with Bravo shows and know any trivia that is thrown at them. It can keep the viewers and Andy laughing for the entire half hour. The primetime talk show has become so popular, it even films special episodes at BravoCon and similar events. Of course, not everyone can go off without a hitch, and Andy learns that all of the time. On the Thursday, August 12th episode of WWHL, Andy has RHOC stars Katie Janela and Alexis Bellino on as guests. Of course, viewers did not care to see Alexis or her new fiancé, Johnny J. Jansen. However, they got an unexpected introduction when Andy started over the episode, explaining that he had a very hoarse voice. Essentially, he had lost his voice and was struggling to speak. According to Newsweek, he headed to Twitter/X to send his apologies for how awful he sounded. So after Andy Cohen sent out this apology, what did fans have to say about how he sounded? Were they annoyed, offended, or did they understand? It appeared they were more offended by his choice of guests. Your guest Alexis and her Beth were painful to listen to. Was better than listening to Alexis and John. The only painful part about last night was seeing the execrable Alexis and her Housewives wannabe boyfriend on our TV. Their vile extortion scheme has made #RHOC borderline unwatchable. Deplatform them now, please. TYVM. Honey lemon tea plus vocal rest should fix it. Feel better. Many offered Andy Cohen some advice in home remedies. They suggested that he take a COVID test or use a lot of honey. Aside from Andy's apology, he tweeted that he was gearing up for the RHOC reunion, so he was seeking questions from fans. It looks like viewers want justice for Shannon Beador and Tamra Judge, gone alone with Alexis Bellino. Question for all the ladies. All of you clearly knew that Alexis and John threatening to use the ring footage against Shannon was wrong. All of you claim to feel bad for Shannon. Why did none of you tell her before Gina accidentally said something? Question for Alexis and Tamra. Shannon is at the most vulnerable state after dealing with the DUI and then having to pay $75,000 to John. Why continue to bully her and make her feel worse about everything when you see it genuinely hurts her? Question for Alexis. If the roles reversed and this was Shannon dating Jim, how would you feel? On a recent episode of Watch What Happens Live, the energy took an uncharacteristically heavy turn, prompting Andy Cohen himself to address the show's unexpected tone with a heartfelt apology. For an audience used to Cohen's signature wit and playful banter, this episode marked a departure, leaving fans and guests alike uncomfortable. Following a wave of feedback, Cohen addressed the situation directly, sharing that he hadn't anticipated the intensity and regretfully acknowledged the painful experience it had created for everyone involved. The episode had started like any other, with Cohen's usual charisma front and center. The guest lineup was exciting, featuring two big-name reality stars known for their fiery personalities. In hindsight, perhaps that pairing set the scene for what would become a difficult evening. The tension began building early on, but the initial back and forth seemed typical of Cohen's show, where disagreements often added flavor to the episode. Little did he know that this wouldn't be the usual spirited debate. About halfway through the show, one guest raised a sensitive issue from the past, a topic that had, for the most part, remained unspoken in public. The other guest, visibly caught off guard, hesitated to respond. Cohen, sensing an opportunity for the raw, unfiltered exchange his viewers loved, leaned in and probed. He likely assumed this would lead to a cathartic resolution or a dramatic reveal, but instead, it spiraled into an uncomfortable confrontation. Within minutes, the episode devolved into an emotionally charged dialogue with accusations, wounded pride, and years-old grievances coming to light. The tension was palpable. Audience members and viewers at home could feel the discomfort. What began as a normal WWHL episode had transformed into a scene resembling a family intervention, with both guests visibly strained and Andy grappling with how to salvage the situation. As Cohen tried to steer the conversation, it became clear that the guests were no longer interested in the lighthearted format. Cohen's attempts to ease the atmosphere with humor only seemed to add to the bitterness, with his jokes landing flat amid the heavy emotions. The response on social media was swift. Fans expressed discomfort, and many voiced their disappointment that Cohen allowed the discussion to progress as it did. People weren't just upset about the awkwardness. They were concerned about the mental and emotional toll it took on everyone involved. The hashtags #WWHLawkward and #AndIApologize started trending, with countless viewers debating the line between entertainment and emotional exploitation. This was not the friendly sparring they had come to expect. It was personal and painful, and it left a mark. The day after, Cohen posted a sincere apology on Instagram, addressing both his audience and the guests. Last night's episode was a tough one. He began, the familiar sparkle in his eye noticeably dimmed. "I've built this show on laughter, on fun, and yes, sometimes on drama. But never to cause real hurt or bring up pain for the sake of ratings. That was not my intention, but that's what happened. And for that, I'm genuinely sorry." He went on to explain that, as the host, he sometimes finds himself navigating uncharted waters, and that while he aims for authentic moments, he never wants anyone to feel harmed. He admitted to having misread the situation and confessed he could have handled it with greater sensitivity. "I've been doing this for years, and I should have seen it coming. But I didn't, and I'm sorry for that too. I love my guests, I love my audience, and I'll work harder to make sure we keep things in a space that feels safe for everyone," he added. The apology was widely circulated, and Cohen's fans, many of whom had expressed frustration, seemed to appreciate his genuine remorse. Comment sections filled with a mixture of support and relief that Cohen had acknowledged the misstep. His candor allowed viewers to feel heard, and for a host known for navigating the fine line of reality TV drama, it was refreshing to see Cohen handle his own crisis in such a public manner. Later, WWHL producers weighed in, releasing a statement emphasizing the show's commitment to entertaining without compromising emotional safety. They promised a reassessment of how potentially sensitive subjects would be handled in future episodes and a renewed focus on ensuring that all guests felt respected and comfortable. Cohen was reportedly taking an active role in these discussions, eager to recalibrate the show's approach. Reflecting on the episode during his next taping, Cohen took a moment to address the audience directly. He recounted how much Watch What Happens Live had grown over the years, and how much he valued the trust both guests and viewers placed in him. "Mistakes happen, and sometimes you learn the hard way," he said, adding, "But you're all what makes this show the special place it is, and I never want to betray that trust. It's about creating a fun space where people can just be themselves, the good, the messy, and yes, even the drama. But that drama needs to come naturally, not from opening old wounds. The fallout from the episode sparked larger conversations within the entertainment industry about the boundaries of reality television. Audiences have long enjoyed the allure of unfiltered, spontaneous exchanges, but the WWHL incident raised an important question. At what point does entertainment become exploitation? Several media personalities share their thoughts, with some defending Cohen's choices as part of the territory, while others applauded his self-reflection and transparency. It opened up a dialogue about how reality TV and talk shows can ensure authenticity while being mindful of the emotional impact on guests. For Cohen, this experience served as a reminder of the delicate balance he maintains every night on WWHL. Hosting a show that thrives on unscripted moments comes with inherent challenges, especially when dealing with larger-than-life personalities with real-life baggage. Though he has an innate knack for managing these dynamics, this episode underscored the unpredictable nature of live television. The outcome wasn't what he anticipated, but the humility with which he addressed it revealed Cohen's genuine care for the show and its participants. In the days following his apology, Cohen received messages from fans expressing gratitude for his honesty. His willingness to publicly admit fault and his commitment to making adjustments resonated with many. It reminded everyone that even seasoned hosts like Cohen are human and occasionally stumble. His acknowledgement of the incident was a lesson in accountability and respect, underscoring the importance of self-reflection, even in the world of high-energy talk shows. Looking ahead, Cohen seemed more determined than ever to ensure Watch What Happens Live remained a positive experience for all involved. In an interview, he shared that the episode had been a wake-up call, one he was ultimately thankful for. Sometimes you need those tough moments to remind you of what you're doing and why you're doing it. He concluded. At the end of the day, it's all about connection, fun, and yes, a little drama. But above all, it's about respect.